my mom, like, just seeing her not give up and seeing the trials that she faced, like, I think I'd be a bitch to give up and say, like, this shit is hard. Like, my mom got stabbed in the neck in her arteries, got her hand broken with a bat. Like, she didn't give up. So, like, none of this is nothing to me. Punch in the face, nothing. Death, nothing, man. Like, anything's possible, man. It's just, you just got to know, like, you can't let that last thing define you. Like, my mom always told me the best revenge is success. And that's just always stuck with me.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Outside the Stadium. We are here today with Terrance T.Wrecks McKinney, UFC Lightweight. Terrance, how's it going today?
I'm doing great, man. Just actually got done with training. So it went good, man. We pushed that cardio. We're at Summit Chiropractor on Sullivan in the Valley. It has a high elevation room, and we're just getting out the mug in there.
Damn, you've been training all day in a high elevation room, and you come on this podcast and you're still smiling.
Always, man.
So, I mean, listen, we just started 2022, and if we look back to 2021, 4 fights, 4 first-round finishes, 16 seconds, 17 seconds in your UFC debut, obviously, and making that kind of statement with pretty much a 5-second victory. The year 2021, was that just exactly how you planned 2021?
Yeah, man, that's exactly. I wanted to get in UFC, and I wanted to come in like by storm. Like, I don't care if it was a short notice fight versus a ranked opponent versus anyone. I would have said yes, man. We're here to put the world on notice.
So how was that? 8 days. It was 8 days after you fought an LFA and you got the call. Was there even a question whether or not you were going to take that fight? And did it affect you at all?
And I was like, dang, man, because before that, I took a fight, and I was, like, barely training. And then I was, like, kind of in shape, but kind of wasn't. I was like, But at the same time, I told my coach, you think I can win? And he said, yeah. And I trust that man with my whole heart, and I was like, all right, let's get it.
Awesome. That's dope. So now, we're going into 2022. You have your first fight. It's on the books, February 26th, UFC Fight Night versus Fares Ziam. And I know you probably watched that fight because it happened literally the fight right before yours. Was there anything you saw during that fight? I know he's a big, tall guy. Anything you saw that you want to exploit during this fight?
Just getting him out of his rhythm. If you let him stay ranked, he'll pick you apart all day. So I'm gonna make sure I'm getting in his face, cutting out the angle, and make sure he lines up with that power and cuts him on the chin.
Yeah, I mean, you saw that third round. You think you can be able to just touch him 1 or 2 times and get him on his bike?
Yeah, I know. I have just as long as reach as I'm 75. So I know if he can hit me, I can hit him. So just soon as I feel him touch with a jab or anything, just know I'm swinging a 3-punch combination hard after every time.
Awesome. I don't know if you're a big odds guy, but I have to ask, the odds came out. You were a pretty heavy favorite, and there's a lot of money coming in on Fares. You guys are now pretty much even money. What do you make of that? Do you take offense to
that? Not at all. He beat a guy like Jimmy Malarkey, who hung with Brad Riddell. They went the whole 3 rounds. So, like, it was tough as they come. And just anyone in the UFC is tough as they come. Like, we all put the work in and get here. So I got the utmost respect for him. But there's only one way I see it ending. And that's with me with my hand raised.
Facts. And I mentioned it was a great year for you. It was also a great year for the entire Sick Jitsu and Rick Little out in Spokane, Washington. Obviously Juliana Pena, Michael Chiesa, and his continued success. Can you just talk about the vibe at the gym? Is there kind of like magic dust in the air with just success all around?
I still affiliate with them. Like, I put it as like my secondary gym, like on my profile on Tapnology, because they played their part in my role of success. So, like, I always have love for Sick, man. And just seeing Juliana get the belt, it was insane. I was with Tyrone, if you guys know who that is, the guy that he was like, I'm here to fuck your wife. I was with him chilling, and we were all going crazy when Juliana won the fight. It was a sick moment out there in Vegas watching.
For sure. So can I just ask why you made the move? What does a fighter look for when he's switching camps like that?
I just had to make sure I got a coach that actually care about my well-being, and not just because I'm talented or he sees me as dollar signs. You gotta look for those things. You gotta know if they can give me a manager, see how many people, see how they work. Like I went to train, like see if they make their one-on-one time for you, and not just focus on the whole gym. Because if you're not targeting or giving that one-on-one time, like the growth won't be the same.
For sure, for sure. And I do want to ask you about this. I saw that nice 7-minute video about the near-death experience you had and your comeback from that. And to me, that's very, very touching because, a lot of fighters, they experience a setback, but not necessarily one in real life like that. They experience a loss. Let's say, for example, you on Dana White's Contender Series, losing to a great guy like Woodson, but still it's a loss when you have that opportunity. But you experienced that in real life. Could you maybe just give the followers and the fans who haven't seen that and don't know your story, can you just tell us maybe a brief summary and how that's gotten you to where you are today?
It made me just really step back and take a look about what I'm doing. Like I was thinking, like, do I want to die? Do I want to end up jail? Or do I want to give my mom something to be proud about? Give my siblings something to be proud about? Just pretty much tell everyone, just stop thinking about yourself, man. Take a bigger look at the picture, man. Like your parents aren't trying to be rude to you, or your family members aren't trying to be rude, or your people you look up to, your elders. They're telling you something that you actually need to hear, and that's that moment where you're getting mad. I just want you to take everything they said. If it made you mad or it made you feel some type of way, it's probably something you need to hear, and you should probably replay it back in your head.
Well said. Well said. And you mentioned your mom, a military veteran. I know you spent time on an Army base when you were a kid, and maybe in a different way, but martial arts requires incredible discipline to wake up every morning and train even when you don't want to. Was that something you maybe learned watching your mother on the Army base back in the day?
I didn't get to see like the whole thing, like her working out and stuff, but I only stayed on the base one time with her, and it was in Frankensburg, Germany. Because before that, I lived with my grandma in Linesville, Alabama. My mom let me be with her so she can get her life together, because she was in a gang doing all this crazy stuff. So she had to find herself, and she knew it was going to be too hard to take care of me and get back on the right track. So she made the ultimate sacrifice, leaving my grandma for a few years. And ultimately, like, just seeing her not give up and seeing the trials that she faced, like, I think I'd be a bitch to give up and say, like, this shit is hard. Like, my mom got stabbed in the neck in her arteries, got her hand broken with a bat. Like, she didn't give up. So, like, none of this is nothing to me. Punch in the face, nothing. Death, nothing, man. Like, anything's possible, man. It's just, you just got to know, like, you can't let that last thing define you. Like, my mom always told me the best revenge is success. And that's just always stuck with me.
I love it. So what do you tell yourself when you wake up and training is the last thing you want to do? What can us as fans, maybe when I don't want to work out, what can we take from you? What do you tell yourself on those days you really don't want to do it?
You just know the days that you don't want to go, those are the days that are really going to benefit you the most, because you're going to build that mental toughness, and you're going to learn a lot better, because when you're in there, you're going to be tired. So you're going to want to just focus on the technique. And I'll just say, just go. Like, why not? Like, what else would you do? Lay down, get up, get going. Like, your dream ain't just going to be handed to you. You got to get out there and work. Same with school. You got to get up. Same just in life in general. You got to get to work. You got to get up. You want that promotion, you got to get up. Like my mom told me, there's two types of worker: number one worker and a number two worker. One that has to be asked, and one that just goes and do it.
And I guess we should all be number two workers.
Don't be a person that asks, just do it. You see something on the ground, get it. You see an opportunity, hop on it.
I love it. You're saying Nike hit it on the nose with the slogan, just do it.
Yeah, exactly.
So I want to ask you really briefly about, I see you're getting a little bit involved into the NFT sphere. How did you start doing that, and what are you trying to do there? Maybe for the people who don't know so much about it. I mean,
I like NFTs, so basically I'm working with these people. Right, eventually I'm gonna start like a whole like NFT product like after myself, like with a cool like to mix up my past wrestling events over past things that happened like in elementary school and things like that for the fans, so they can get a small piece of me.
that's dope, because I know when you get those NFTs, it says it comes with certain added benefits.
Mm-hmm.
So that might be like memorabilia from your career, or maybe like a 10-minute chat with you.
Yeah,
That's really
exactly.
cool. I think more fighters should be getting on that. I think fans would love that.
Yeah, I know it will. Like we're working on it. It's gonna be wait until everything's just perfect. I'm all about just timing.
Love it. I love it. So I ask everybody who comes on the show, we see you compete in the octagon, but tell us something about you, your personality, that the fans and the followers, that we'd be surprised to find out, not as a fighter, as like a person.
Just I'm a big old softy at the end of the day. I got a soft heart, man. Like especially if you're close to me, like I'm gonna take care of you. Like if I got half a sandwich, you don't, I got you.
That's admirable. So that's it. You're a very easy guy to root for. You know that? That's huge.
Yeah.
That's huge. That's huge. So before I let you go, I gotta ask. Call your shot. You're fighting February 26th, UFC Fight Night against Fares Ziam. Give me the round and give me the style of finish. I assume you plan on yet another finish because you don't really do anything else.
Yeah, I'm definitely looking for a finish, but if it has to go all 3 rounds, then so be it. But you guys know I'm hunting for the first round finish every time.
I love it. I love it. So once again, this has been Terrance McKinney, UFC Lightweight. If you guys have noticed that awesome sweatshirt he's rocking, we're going to drop the link in the description. I'm going to cut myself one of those for sure. Terrance, thank you so much for speaking with me today.
No problem, man. The pleasure was all mine, like I told you at the beginning.
And best of luck on the fight.
Hey, thanks, brother.